Every day I try to get the best out of myself and to reach the highest level possible.
You're living on the edge with everything you're doing.
If you want to be a cyclist, then you need to be tough in the head.
I'm Koen Bouwman, 24 years old. I cycle for Team Lotto Jumbo. This is now my third year.
My name is Daan Olivier. I'm 25 years old. Before I was an ice skater, and it's quite usual in Holland that the ice skaters are doing cycling as a summer training. Yeah, that's how I got involved into cycling.
I am Jos van Emden, Dutchman in the team. My role in the team is to have some fun. That's basically it. Besides that, I do good time trials. My role in the team time trial is go full gas, but that's everyone's goal. It's way more complicated than people think. Of course, you have to be the fastest at the line as possible with your team, but there's so many aspects you have to think about. So me as a good time trialist have to go 85% or 90%. It's not you crossing the line, it's about the fourth guy crossing the line. The team time trial is a big thing in our team, so that's going to be a major goal for the next part of the season. And of course I got some own goals, but I can't tell anyone.
For a climber, the watts per kilo are the magical number. You have to find the balance between being as light as possible and don't lose any power. I'm doing quite a lot of efforts uphill, doing some work in gym, which you would not say when you see my body, but yeah, you can see there are like differences how a sprinter trains and how a climber trains. We have to do more like riding a lot in the tempo zone, so that's the zone under threshold, with the idea that you make your body more lactate tolerant.
I came here really as a domestic. I did it for the first 2 years. Last year I surprised myself and the team by winning a stage in the Dauphiné. This year in the big races my role is still a domestic, but in smaller races I can also go my own chance. Domestic has to sacrifice himself for the team, going for bottles, riding in front. Yeah, in the end if you do that job perfectly, yeah, then it doesn't matter if you are like out of the race. If you did your job good, then you can be very useful for the team. For every cyclist on this level, your bike is everything. Of course, family is the most important thing in life, but I think close after it already our bike.
For me, a really important thing is that I can trust in the bike, that it's just always working.
It needs to be aero, it needs to be stiff, it needs to be good to handle in the corners. So the constructors have to combine all those things and make a good racing bike, because not every bike is a good racing bike.
They have their very specific settings like frame size, handlebar position, handlebar type, saddle position. It's up to us to just keep their sizes all matched up so everybody has their appropriate sizes on all the bikes. Some of them are like really into their tech stuff and they really like to tweak their bikes to their optimal position, and some just get on a bike and start riding.
The aim and the purpose of this training camp in Kutai is to prepare for the second half of the season.
We're high in the mountains, so that means the air pressure is lower, so less oxygen. The body tries to adapt itself to having less oxygen, and those advantages we will take with us when we're going back to sea level.
Main focus is doing a lot of endurance training, do a good interval training. We did the practice, exercising, core stability, a lot of stomach, back, and also the technique of doing it well. I'm continuing with doing this kind of sessions because you're more stable on the bike, so it's quite good for a bike rider.
Everyone can train hard, but not everyone can rest hard.
You want to train as hard as possible, which also means that sometimes you go over the edge. Then you can become ill, you can become too skinny. Yeah, it's always looking for the margins of the human body.
We had a Dutch Tour de France winner, and he said you win the Tour de France in bed. The most enjoyable part of cycling is winning. And if you're not good enough to win yourself, you sacrifice yourself for the captain. You really need a team to achieve something. We're improving every year. We're a professional team, innovating every year. And for myself, I like to exchange the second places I gained this year for a big victory.
I'm hoping to stay on my bike for the rest of the year, because I've had like 2 hard crashes. I'm done with crashing right now. I've been working hard to get back to my old level again and just make a really good second half of the season.
When I was 7 years old I got my first bike and always say I want to be pro cyclist. Really grateful that I'm now on this level. Every day I try to get the best out of myself and to reach the highest level possible.